Won't you please welcome Andrew Marantz.
Sign in the back. No.
A widespread feeling of loss pervades the minds of students who often come to universities to learn right from wrong, to distinguish what is true from what is false, but who realize at the end of 4 years that they deconstructed their freshman beliefs, values, and ideologies, but have created nothing to replace them. Okay, that's not really the beginning of my speech. Nor is it a passage from Sylvia Plath's Application to Smith. Actually, it's from Brown's course catalog. Believe it or not. It's from a description of a course called The Shaping of Worldviews. I'm going to repeat that last part. It says that students realize at the end of 4 years that they have deconstructed their freshman beliefs, but have created nothing to replace them. Right away, we can learn a couple of things about Brown. First of all, Brown is the kind of university where you can take a course in order to patch up your worldview. No wonder we're ranked as the happiest college. This course is like group therapy. I can't imagine a course at Chicago called, how are you feeling? But what I really want to point out about this course description is its implicit claim, namely that college is a place where bright-eyed, bushy-tailed teenagers go to have their dreams shattered. Is that true? Should we change our motto from "In God we hope" to "A widespread feeling of loss for kids"? Is that really what a Brown education does? Well, in a sense, yes. See, when the course description talks about a feeling of loss, I think it's referring to aporia. Now, if you've never heard that word before, don't worry because it's ancient Greek. I have it in italics here in my notes. What does it mean? An aporia can be defined as an intellectual impasse, or as the confusion that arises from such an impasse. It's mental gridlock, what Zen masters call a don't-know mind. It's what Socrates was going for in all those dialogues when, instead of pushing his own point of view, he revealed his opponent's confusion instead. In a dialogue called the Meno, for instance, Socrates asks a slave boy a simple question about geometry. The boy answers confidently, but he gets it wrong. Then, instead of just telling the slave boy the correct answer, Socrates asks him a bunch of pedantic questions, the ones he's famous for, and he brings the boy to aporia. He shows him that he didn't actually know what he thought he knew. Socrates then turns to Meno and explains what he's doing in the following words. The slave boy did not know at first, and he does not know now, but at first he thought he knew, and acted confidently as if he knew. Now, he neither knows nor fancies that he knows. Like Socrates, Brown professors seek to show us how much we don't understand. They revel in complexity. If a Brown professor tells you that your paper really complicated the issue, she's giving you a compliment. A lot of the parents in the audience wouldn't believe me if I told them that problematize is a real word. But it is, and like it or not, it's what your children have been doing with the last few years ago. A lot of aporia at Brown is generated by what philosophers would call slipping between the horns of a dilemma, or what Buddhists would call the middle path, or what I will call dissolving dualisms. I'll repeat that last one, dissolving dualisms. Or you can use other words if you prefer, collapsing binaries works. This is real. These are not names of grunge bands. Dissolving dualisms is just an activity, like smashing pumpkins. Alright, let me try explaining it this way. Western thought as a whole is built on stark either-or distinctions, right? content, self or other, with a capital O. And we might as well add the ones from the Shaping the Worldview's course description, true or false, right or wrong. Those are dualisms. I would ask you to shout out some of your own, but I don't think it's that kind of event. When we dissolve a dualism or explode it or anything, any metaphor you choose, we're rejecting the system of binary logic that the dualism is based on. Instead of picking one or the other, we pick neither, or we pick both, or really we just refuse the question altogether. For example, consider Aristotle's quote, "Poetry is a more serious thing than history." You can agree with that, or you can turn the hierarchy upside down, like Plato did, and say that history is more worthwhile than poetry. Either way, the dualism between poetry and history still stands. A postmodern critique, on the other hand, would probably say something like, whoever said history and poetry were two different things? And this critique is not unique to the humanities. For instance, is light a particle or a wave? Well, it sometimes acts like one and sometimes acts like the other, so which is it, really? Maybe that just isn't the right question to ask. So that's what it means to collapse a dualism. And once you start, it can be habit-forming. Brown professors love dissolving dualisms the way Dick Cheney loves hunting quail. In my Complet 121 course, it became almost a class joke. All right, everyone, settle down now. We have a lot of dualisms to explore today. But it's important to remember in all of that dissolutions are not solutions. Like the course description said, they only deconstruct ideologies, but leave nothing to replace them. Dissolving a dualism can bring us to aporia. It can show us how little we understand, but then, okay, light is neither a particle nor a wave, so what is it? We've made things more confusing, not less. So why do we do it? I'll let you ponder that for a second. I think we do it because that confusion, that aporia, is edifying in itself. It's sort of like necessity giving birth to invention. In that moment of utter ignorance, utter confusion, real creativity